Welcome back, disc golf fans. My name is Chris German. Along beside me, we have Derek Scull. We are Gatekeeper Media, bringing you back nine coverage of the round two for 2018 Stafford Open, presented by Untitled Discs. This coverage made possible by Millennium Discs. How you feeling?
I'm feeling tired. We're recording these back to back. However, I know that these players are feeling a lot of tension right now.
Yeah.
It's a neck and neck race. We got Matt and Fish, same score for this round, with only 2 strokes separating them overall.
Yeah, moving in the hole 10. This hole, you can see the pin right from the tee. Straightforward, probably a putter off the tee, something straight, maybe mid-range.
For those tuning in from round 1, you know that this is a really good confidence booster to set yourself up for success going into hole 11, which is the longest, most technical hole for the course.
Yeah, I would say here you want to be taking the birdie here.
Absolutely.
Taking a par here, you kind of feel like you're losing a stroke to the card. And this is definitely an ace run hole. You can see that log right there. That's always filming this. I always found that to be a little, not in the way, but it's awkward. It's in an awkward spot. As we have the champ here, so he is third on the box. He's had a pretty tough front nine. Not the worst.
He gets a pretty bad kick.
Yeah.
Pushes him far right. It's going to have some obstructions in front of him.
So we have Colten here, so native to Colorado. A lot of disc golfers from Colorado. It was fun that we got to go out there and cover their states.
What's also very neat is that Discmania is located in his home state now.
Yeah.
So that's
Easy for him.
keeping his team local to him now.
Easy for him to get disc, right? No, I'm just going to take the train over to the warehouse. Yeah, that was a good run for him there, so let's see what he could do. So Gregg's here. He did make a putt similar to this in the front nine.
Yeah, that was Gatekeeper Rewind worthy.
Yeah, that one
Falls a little short, but it definitely was a bid nonetheless.
Yeah, well, he hit the basket there. So Gregg always finds a way to hit the basket. Doesn't matter where he's at when he's putting.
Well, his motto is running it. So Fish almost finds himself on the outside of that basket.
Yeah.
So that was a very fortunate little bounce back in.
So he
I think
snuck
it hit
that
that
in.
knuckle.
So he is now 8 down through 10. Bell is now 7 down through 10.
Such a nasty run.
So clarification, there was a 1-stroke difference between them because Fish took the birdie at the end of the
that's
nine
right.
there.
My
So there is a stroke there. But still, Matt, only a couple strokes behind. This is still anyone's game. Colten's going to have to settle for the par there after taking that early kick.
So now it's just playing 11 smart for Colten and Gregg here.
Yeah, so 3 strokes between Fish and Matt. Gregg, though, 6 strokes behind. He ain't out of it, but there's definitely some room here.
It's possible, but the scales need to tip on both sides a little bit to make that gap a little better.
He doesn't control his own destiny here.
Not one bit. There's a lot of fate involved here.
So hole 11, par 5. Kind of where we're at now with the drone. That's kind of where you want your second shot to be, near this hill. Very technical, 775 feet, but very manageable being a par 5. As it looks like Fish is doing something he did last time. He kind of want to just get it up there.
Yeah, he clips a little bit of that brush, gets that skip off of a root or something, and finds himself a little short.
Yeah, he might even be a little deep. He might not. Ooh.
That was some tree love if I've ever seen it.
Wow.
And keeps the speed of the disc where it just keeps skipping forward. That's an amazing placement.
That was almost in like Mario Kart when you hit those little things and it kind of pushes you. Kind of did that for the disc.
The boost?
Yeah, the little boosters. As we saw Gregg really hammer out a shot here in round 1.
That unfortunately is not going to be what's necessary here.
And that's not really a good spot to be in either. Being over there on the left side. There's a lot of stuff between him and the fairway if he elects to kind of try to cut some of that distance away.
We got Colten throwing his Wu-Tang stamp.
Does that really stay straight? Hit something. He's a pretty deep, honestly. I wouldn't want to really be that deep.
Little shotgun start from Gregg. I'm sure that he was probably frustrated and just wanted to run up and take a shot.
Yeah, and he gets some of it out there. He worked away a little bit.
Yeah, cuts left a little bit for him, unfortunately, but
So he will be scrambling here, just trying to find his way back. Gregg.
That might have been... That was Fish.
Fish, yeah.
That might have been fortunate for him, actually, because he'd have been a little more in the rough of it, where hitting that tree kind of kept him closer to the middle of the fairway.
Yeah. His Colten's kind of faded off the fairway a little bit there.
And Gregg is having a tough time of it. I think that it's really started to rattle him kind of deeply here.
Yeah, I think it's too soon to say that the wheels are falling off, but he really needs to pick it up here on this hole. That was a great shot from Matt. I'm very surprised that didn't hit that tree, but if you're on the other side of that hill after your second shot, you have a pitch up here for birdie.
Technically, I guess you could say if he could have an eagle run.
Yeah, you could take it.
You could see metal from where he's at.
So Gregg just fades really far to the left there. He was kind of over there in round 1 too. So we'll see if he'll be able to kind of fight his way back to the green.
And Fish just threading the needle through this. At this point in time, he is probably one of the warmest players I've ever seen during coverage. He almost can't make a mistake.
So he does have a long run for his birdie, but he's going to have a run, and that's the biggest thing. Because that kept skipping. That really didn't want to stop.
That needs to sit, and it does. So he's going to be within range too.
So, but here, he's pressing Fish, knowing that Fish might be taking a par here. He has a tap-in birdie. That's Gregg.
Well,
yeah, he got through.
Yeah, sure did.
Got some luck, some tree loving. Fish, I thought he was going to shoot with his eyes closed for a second.
Yeah, and I feel, after seeing him play, I feel like that shot felt a little rushed.
Yeah. I would have to agree as Colten lands it. That was very nice. Do you think...
Yeah, let's go ahead and rewind that for you.
Yeah, Colten definitely deserves one for that. Let's see, very smooth.
And now that we've replayed this glory...
Relived it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, so that you can keep up with these rewinds.
Yeah. I mean, we are the one who patented this rewind. We want to keep this rewind, and we want to keep bringing them to you. So make sure you hit that button. This Fish is going to have to settle for the par. Matt's going to be able to take the bird, and then Gregg's taking the bogey. So we kind of just have a variety here. Scores all over on this one. And I would say when you have scores all over, I would say that's a good hole.
I would agree. That's a strategically placed design.
Yeah, I like to see that. As we're going to go into what I would say probably birdie alley. We have a couple par 3s coming up here, very short holes. This one being 243 feet.
Uphill with a bend to the left. Mm-hmm. But your ideal placement is going to be at where those step-ups are, probably ideally that middle level.
Yeah, and if you can get it to skip a little bit, it will skip up to the pin a little more. But up by that block, you're kind of within the circle from there. But we're going to see a lot of just standard hyzer shots here. Colten's
kind of like that.
So I wasn't expecting that personally. That actually kind of scared me because I thought that thing was going to kind of almost cut right into the basket, and it kept coming right at me.
Yeah, and I'm always very interested to see how things play on these holes because this is the hole we sponsored.
Yep.
So I feel very personally connected to this one.
Yeah, this hole means a lot. Hit basket on this hole. This is definitely a hole that you can run for an ace. So, man, if we would have got one. Spoiler, we don't. Oh, Gregg is... I don't want to say it yet, but the wheels are getting looser. But he is the world champ.
It is crawling now, so if he were to find himself getting another bogey anytime soon, that's...
Yeah, it's going to start pushing him away from the contention for this lead here. Because the way this man's playing...
I'm not quite sure that Andrew was officially running that one. I think that was more of a layup.
That was a run. Yeah. Gregg, just outside the circle. He's definitely going to be running this.
Yeah, this is a long... All right.
There you go, Gregg.
That's going to get you back in the game.
That's
bud.
nice to see. And for the world champ, let's do it back to back.
Yeah, and why not have? I love the fact that we have a rewind on our hole.
Yeah.
So
you get to relive this hole just even more. So you can just see he's a little frustrated with himself now. He's trying to keep his head in the game. And like I said earlier, playing 2 rounds in the same day could pose a threat here. That could be starting to play a factor for some of these guys.
That's a clean birdie for Colten.
So Colten's starting to pick it up here.
Trying to get the footing just right. His pre-putt routine is very jumpy.
Yeah. And the way he putts, it's very interesting. It's very unique. It comes out of his hand interesting, and the way that it hits the chains, it's almost on like a 45-degree angle.
Yeah, it's
like
very aggressive.
Yeah, he's really attacking the pin. Colten's the only one to get the birdie here.
Colten's pulling a Villa.
Yeah. As we're going to do basically the exact opposite as we did here on hole 12. We're going to go downhill here and to the right. So this hole very short. So all you have to do is kind of get down there.
It is tight though.
It is tight. But if you're able to just hit this initial gap, get down there, you're at least running for a birdie. As Colten's...
He's
once again.
Oh my God.
I don't know how he's finding these lanes that I've never seen. I've taken by accident, but have unfortunately hit trees along the way.
Has he put in time, volunteering for groundskeeping here or something?
Like karma's on his side.
He's getting a lot of course love today.
So Matt's, I could see what he was doing there. It was just a little too overstable. Just ran right in that tree. But I mean, that's a run. That's what we're saying. If you get down there past that lonesome tree, you're in a good spot.
So an overhand shot for Fish. Last round, he did find himself pulling to the left too much and hits an early tree. So this is a significant improvement.
Yeah, and it's really cool to see some of the players when you cover them for multiple rounds, see them adapt to certain holes.
And I think that Gregg hit the same tree that Fish did last round.
Yeah. So Gregg, even though he kind of took the par there, man. He is... You could just tell his head.
Take a breath, man.
Yeah, you could just tell he's not fully there. He's just missing a little bit. I mean, he's going to do what he does, but it's not going to be enough here. And this is what we were saying. Matt hit that tree, and he still has a 40-foot look for birdie.
Just comes up a little short, cages off right in the front.
Colten here.
He's putting a string together.
Yeah, that's a couple birdies in a row. If he continues this, he's going to kind of find his way up there with Fish and Matt. This should be makeable for Fish based on what we've been seeing here. Taking in this birdie. So while we watch him do his routine, make sure you go over to Facebook, hit that like. You're going to get basically the hub of all of our content there. You could kind of check out our personal pages there as well.
So, going off of like the routine that Fish was having, the stretch and he throwing the grass in the air to read the wind. Leave a comment below. What is your routine for putting? How do you read the wind? Do you prefer sand, broken leaves, grass, etc.? I know some companies make like a powder that you'd use.
Yeah.
Do you use that? We're always interested to see what everybody's process is.
One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best.
Big old shout out to our sponsor, Millennium Discs. They are the ones that are making all of our coverage from this season possible. So thank you much. Check out their plastic at golfdisc.com.
So moving to hole 14 here. This is the last par 3 of this little birdie alley I was talking about. As you saw in the drone footage, there was not a basket there. This basket does change. So when we were able to actually do the layouts, we did unfortunately miss it. But Colten finds a way to get through again. As that's kind of the route I would take is fish is a little high.
But
Finds a way through, yeah.
He recalibrates based off of last round as well. Finds himself in a much better position.
Yeah, he kind of threw it right into that tree right in the middle of the fairway there last time. And all these guys look like they're going really overstable with like a turnover forehand. Just knowing that thing's going to come back.
Right back.
Yeah, look at it. Beautiful.
And still anticipating some skip near the green too.
Yeah. Very nice shot there. So Gregg's going to go with his MJ Eagle here.
That squeezes through.
Somehow.
Yeah. A little ping pong maybe.
Yeah. Good shot there from Gregg. As I don't want to jinx it yet. We'll see what Fish could do here.
But circle's edge shouldn't be a problem for him.
So we're just one step closer. Here was Colten's routine.
Doesn't really have much of a routine, actually. He just he visualizes on his way up. Doesn't really take a lot into consideration for, disc choice. So he must really know his bag a lot.
And I think we're going to get one here. So Gregg's able to knock his in.
I don't know. We've seen some splash outs, so... Yeah. But not this hole.
Yeah, putting world champ. He ain't going to prevent that. That's lovely to see.
He's kind of he knew that did not feel right coming out of his hand, so he's kind of replaying it in his mind. You see that a lot out in the field.
Man, this is something. So star frame here, Fish 10 under. Moving in the hole 15, par 4, very beautiful hole. Love this hole. Very tough though. So you kind of have this open that you kind of get out here, but it's really the approach shot. It's do you want to kind of do big hyzer, try to penetrate the trees, or do you kind of go more up the gut maybe with a roller, which we did see in round 1, which was a beautiful roller by Fish here.
And again, he gets through. It was that almost looked like it was bound for that early tree, but finds himself on the fairway.
Colten, what do you do out on the course, man, that gives you this karma? Because I need me some.
Fish taking a very similar line that we've seen before.
Yeah, he throws it, basically lands right at my feet.
Flirts that edge, though.
Yeah. No OB, though.
No, it is not marked.
Yeah, so no OB, so you can kind of get it over there. And if anything, sometimes it's a little better to be more to the right because it sets up more of a straight shot.
Yeah, it is just thick and uneven there, so your footing is not ideal.
So Matt's looks like it holds it pretty well. I thought that was going to fade a little early, but it stable enough to really just hold that line.
Right in the middle. He's going to find himself probably about 50 feet behind that tree, like that lone little pine.
Gregg.
Becky did say that that's 300 feet away from the pin. So it's a good point of reference for us here.
I can't believe Gregg looked like he missed through that, threw it through the smallest gap he could possibly throw it to, and still outdrove everyone. Colten's going to like to go with that big high hyzer shot. It's really tough, though. I mean, there's just so many leaves. To really penetrate that is almost luck at that point. Fish is going to go with the roller. I would expect this, right?
Yeah, he knows it works.
Yeah, he was able to park a bird last time.
He just clips something and it stops the roll. Otherwise, it would have been looking good.
So Matt comes up here. I wonder if he was thinking the same thing. He's like, oh, that looks pretty interesting. Let's try it. Or if this was something he was trying beforehand. But this stands up great.
Ramps up, and that was a foot and a half to the right.
Oh, wow. So that's 2 rounds of coverage where 2 separate people threw rollers and almost got a roller eagle. So please, someone get a roller eagle here.
And share the video with us because we want to see it.
So Gregg goes with that up the gut, sneaks it up. It's right to the bottom.
A little skip and then a little clang on the pin.
Yeah, a little shotgun, and that almost skipped in. That was something. So Fish looks like he was going to run it for a second. It looks like the wind kind of picked up. Mm-hmm. And then he kind of just like does this little...
Yeah, anticipates the skip up.
I thought I would have seen him run it there.
Well, that was not his motto on hole 15, round 2.
No. But the rest of these guys are going to tap him in, so this would be a good time to go over to the Patreon and really just give us all your support there. That's really how it helps us travel and get the equipment to even do this. So everything counts.
We appreciate it, folks.
So mixed variety here. Fish with the par, Colten with the par, Matt with the birdie, and Gregg with the birdie.
Matt and Andrew both at 10 down on this round.
Yeah.
That's intense.
This is getting good here. So this is a really nice green, the only hanging basket that Stafford has here. Once again, another beautiful hole. This one does have OB though.
It does. So he does not clip that tree there, but he just cannot pull to the left anymore.
And that's tough because when you go OB from there, you can see you're only, 10 feet
Maybe,
from the tee box.
Barsby with his Lunar Quantum Glow Champion.
Yeah, Lunar Quantum Scorpius.
For those who are not familiar with the Millennium plastic, that's the equivalent of a Glow Champion, a little more gummy.
But those are a commemorative edition for Gregg, so make sure you head over to his website, pick one up, because they are a very limited run.
They fly great.
Yeah, as we just saw there, that was an amazing shot. And then here's the Wu-Tang.
Did he want to show Gregg how cold steel feel? I don't know.
Let us know what you're throwing there with that Wu-Tang disc, because that disc does you wonders out here. Is that the same disc he threw in round 1 when we asked him? I don't really remember. So Andrews is a little lighter on distance-wise, but I feel like with this type of hole, you can
still good placement.
Yeah, you can still get down there. But like we said, Matt, he just has so much to chew off with a stroke difference already. I mean, he's going to be landing where these guys are, if that. Yeah, he's next on the tee.
We got Matt shaking his head here. I'm wondering what's going through his mind right now.
Yeah, you need to keep it together. At this point, you got to just run it.
Motto of the day, right?
Just run it. But no, this hole, I mean, because it has some sand there, if you really just let it go, you should be able to plant right at the bottom of the basket. Fish is going to do similar things.
A little short, but well within range.
Colten doing something a little softer. And pays off for him.
Yeah, he was playing more for placement than run.
So Gregg, CTP here. He's going to like to go forehand. Something nice and soft.
The only one on the card to do it for their approach.
Gives it a good run, too. So Fish doing what he's doing. He is putting together a solid showing. He's now 11 under.
And that's very courteous of him to make sure that that basket is stopped its swinging as much as he can.
So this is tough for Matt. He's going to drop down to 9 under. He's got the hat flip back.
This is a 2-stroke swing between him and Fish.
The whole card. The rest of these guys all got birdies here, so that's a big swing. That's going to put Colten just 1 stroke behind him now. So Fish 11 under now with 2 holes to go. He can break his previous record of 12 under. Just these 2 holes left. Hole 17. What do you think of hole 17?
To be honest, I like 17, and I think it's very familiar. It plays a lot like 13, but longer and a little more narrow, but same general layout, so to speak.
Yeah, I would say so. The gap's a little longer down the fairway, a little harder to hit.
Not nearly as downhill either, but it definitely does have a drop-off of sorts.
So Gregg's going to hit that.
Here comes the Wu-Tang disc again.
Ooh.
You've got to be kidding me.
That right there is shot of the tournament, folks, by the way.
So he holds 2 nasty drives.
Yeah.
And they're both in this round.
Yeah. Colten, he's got power behind him. Oh, Fish knew that right out of the hand.
Yeah.
That just magnetized right to the tree.
That's the unwanted feature of disc golf sometimes. I try to buy mine without the magnets in them.
Matt's going to try to pick up where, not where he left off, but he's going to try to get his head together.
And he can't force his way through that.
So Fish, luckily, is right on the fairway, so he should be able to just kind of do a really nice finesse shot just like that. Holds the line so well.
Clean landing.
Yeah. And, I mean, that's, for what his initial shot was, that's a good run for birdie, I would say.
It gives him options for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's wide open there.
Yeah. So Gregg's just trying to chew off a lot. He's hitting trees. And Gregg just really kind of fell off this back nine here. He still had something going, front nine, and then the whole 11 past that. It's really been inconsistent. It's a beautiful shot there from Matt. Looks like he hit something at the end, got a little bit of a reaction.
He's right there on the edge, I think.
Fish is going to run it. That's the thing. You could run it. You could putt back from there. It's Gregg. It's funny because you see Gregg's hair go up and down throughout the rounds.
It's a good indication of how he's feeling.
Yeah. He's feeling good or bad. So Matt has a couple guardian trees in front of him. That's probably going to make it a little more difficult for him. It's an interesting angle. Just kind of has to...
Yeah, and he wanted it. Yeah.
You got to run that. So Colten here, inside the circle putt for eagle. That's something. That's beautiful. I almost didn't want to talk because I was so tense.
Yeah.
But great on you, Colten. That is an amazing shot. Beautiful eagle. Well-deserved. And this is going to mix things up a little bit here, man. So everyone else here is going to take a par, and Colten's taking an eagle. So in the past 2 holes, that's a 4-stroke swing between him and Matt Bell in 2 holes.
That just shows you that really at any point it could be anybody's game.
Yeah. I mean, even Fish here, who's putting together a solid showing, can come in final round and really poop the bed and not have a good round.
And folks, while we're lingering here, head on over to our Instagram. Make sure to get all the behind-the-scenes coverage, pictures, product photos. A lot of fun stuff over there.
It's nice to see the blue in there. That's a good feeling. There's 3 strokes between...
First for the round.
Yeah, there's 3 strokes between Fish and Colten, so there's still close here.
Now, folks, the line that we take with the drone here is going to be different than what most people throw. If you look kind of upper and to the left, Colten's going to try to take it there, so slightly to the right of what he just shot is going to be ideal placement.
So that was the first time the tree gods did not act upon Colten.
Maybe they didn't mean to give him the eagle. So like, oh, we got to take one back.
We got to take a stroke back.
But that's essentially the perfect line for this.
Perfect. Front hand or forehand or backhand, whatever suits you. Me being a forehand lefty player, I love throwing on this hole. This Fish is going to replicate what Gregg did, just backhand. Fades a little earlier.
But he's still got it.
Yeah. So Matt, after, I think he knows that he lost so many strokes, he's probably just trying to get out of here now. One more round, just call it a day.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
That needed to be something understable to make that shot work out for him.
Yeah, if that would have kind of flipped up or something, there would have been something there, but... So Colten's going with that patented Wu-Tang. He drops it in. It's a good recovery shot.
Absolutely.
Great scramble. I love it.
Ain't nothing to mess with.
I gave you one. You're going to sneak another one in there right at the end?
Yeah, absolutely.
Matt's able... I actually thought Matt was in a worse spot than he actually was. That actually wasn't that bad.
No, it was more open than you'd think. That was very close to being too high and hitting that knuckle.
Yeah. So he was unable to break the course record. He was only able to tie his previous course record that he broke in round 1. So,
Oh, shucks.
yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, so Gregg, being the humble man he is, we probably would not be seeing him on lead card here. We never know.
But again, we do have some coverage for him on chase card, final round.
That is true.
We got some time until that's out, but stay tuned, folks. That's
I'm
why
stoked.
that's why subscribing is important.
So you know when we're doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going back to fish, though. I mean, 7 under both times, 7 under through the front 9s, just shows you the command that this man has over this course.
And where he can, just keep his headspace at the start of his round.
Yeah, it really is something. So something we brought up in round 1, Villa said he'll see us for round 3. We're going to see him for round 3.
We are excited to see you again, bud.
So this should be exciting. We're going to see 3 of these guys the same. We're going to swap one out with Villa, who we saw in round 1. A lot of good names up there. I'm excited.
Yeah, so if you want more disc golf, make sure to hit that up next button. You're going to see that next final round. We are excited to bring it to you.
Yep. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and let us know. And thank you for everything.
Take care, folks. I thought that was good too.
Yeah.